This is for my couples, whether you are in a relationship or you are married. If you don't like for your partner to express your wrongdoings or be able to highlight your faults, this is a conversation for you. Now, if you don't know that you do this, here are some signs that you may. If your partner tries to point out your faults, your mistakes, your shortcomings, or your wrongdoings, and you become anxious or defensive or upset, that's a sign. If you become dismissive or you try to minimize the significance of the issue, that's another sign. When they acknowledge your wrongs and you become angry or you express any types of frustration, or if you try to shift the blame to avoid responsibility, to absolve you of responsibility, then yes, that's another sign. Now, most times we're doing this because our ego is in a driver's seat. I won't get too much into that, but most times this is what we're doing because our ego is trying to protect ourselves from whatever perceived threat that there is. And sometimes these threats are just imaginary. Sometimes they're not even real. Your ego is not necessarily a bad thing. It's only bad when you have it in situations where you need to maintain a connection. Your ego is definitely in protection.
A woman who doesn't listen does not belong in your life. I shall explain. A woman who doesn't take corrections from you. A woman who doesn't take instructions from you. A woman who doesn't take direction from you is dangerous. That woman is condescending and arrogant. She thinks she's doing you a favor by being in a relationship with you. That woman thinks she's better than you, and she deserves to be with someone who's better than you, richer than you, more successful than you. That woman is disrespectful, always arguing with you, always creating unnecessary drama, giving you no peace because she wants to prove a point. That woman is an unfaithful, ungrateful, disloyal, and treacherous. She will betray you, humiliate you, and abandon you for another man. Stop trying to change her.
You respect me enough to listen to me articulate to you something that matters to me, even if it doesn't matter to you. And what happens is sometimes disrespect doesn't manifest itself in disrespectfulness. Sometimes disrespect manifests in dismissiveness. What do you mean, Pastor? Because when they say what they say, I nod at my head. No. Relational comprehension isn't revealed in your agreement when we're talking. It's revealed in your adjustments when we're done. By offering undivided attention. You got my attention? Well, put your phone down. Y'all not talking to me. Some relationships break down because people can't get through to who they with. Sometimes the issue is not people aren't talking. Sometimes the people you with not listening. This is why I would not advise anybody to be in a relationship with anybody that won't listen to God. Because if you don't listen to God, I am naive and borderline narcissistic if I think you won't listen to him, but somehow you're going to listen to me.
Never witnessed any sacrifices made towards happiness, towards family, towards appreciation, towards the future. And then a lot of us are taught to protect our heart and stay guarded and don't need a man for nothing. And a lot of women carry the bitterness that their father left with their mother. These women ain't wife material. You want to know why? They never seen their mother get loved properly by a man. They never witnessed their mother have respect and show appreciation and take care of her man. They've never seen effective communication. They've never witnessed teamwork. The only thing that they've witnessed is the sacrifice that their mother probably had to make to survive.
And ladies, I want to talk to you about something else, and it's pride and ego. Okay, so what happens is a lot of the times when things go awry or there's issues that come up or there's conversations that need to be had and it doesn't go the way you want it to, what happens is you will stay mad, you'll be resentful, you'll disregard his feelings and his emotions, and you'll expect for him to chase you. You'll expect for him to come to you. You'll expect for him to reach out to you first. Ladies, you have to understand that is so prideful when you do that. Don't let pride ruin your relationship. Sometimes people disperse of connections and are no longer together simply based on the fact that he didn't come running after you. She didn't come running after you. That's pride. There's nothing wrong with you reaching out first. There's nothing wrong with you coming to them and saying, you know what? I was wrong. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? I take accountability for what I said. I take accountability for what I did. I'm sorry. I apologize. How can we work this out? How can we make things better? Don't let pride ruin your relationships.
Till you gone. The problem with this generation is they think they can go get it again. Now there is a couple things you can get up and go get again. You can go get that money again. You can even go get sex again. Or you can go get them clothes again. You can even go get a duplicate. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, you cannot go get again. You can never go get that person that you had that will put it all on the line for you. They cared about you like they cared for themselves. The same shirt they got on, they'll take it off and put it on your back. If need be. That one that's seeing you, but you can never see it yourself. It's a certain set of eyes that God gave them to see what you don't see. And the problem is when we think we can get up and go get that again. Everybody not seeing you like that. Everybody not even feeling you like that. Everybody not gonna come have that person come, and there's a reason for that. It's certain people that were sent in your life to do a certain job. You thought you could replace that person.
How women treat men that they respect, you would never argue with a woman again. You would never go for a woman who does not respect you again. The reason you're trying to impose your standards on a woman is because she doesn't respect you. See, there is a way that a woman who respects you will communicate with you. There's a way that you will communicate with a woman that you respect. And oftentimes it's not because that woman is not feminine enough for us. It's because that woman does not respect us enough. Now, whether that's because you're a person who isn't worth respecting, or whether that's because she was never taught how to respect a man, that's irrelevant. The point is, if she doesn't respect you, you need to move on and find a woman, be with a woman who does respect you. This is going to be the most important decision in your life, your partner, the person that you are going to be with for the rest of your life. You're going to call on her for emergencies. You're going to share the bed with her. You're going to share vacations with her. You're going to have children with her. You're going to make important life decisions with her. So why would you choose a woman whose principles don't align with you, who pushes back on everything that you say? So the two solutions are, number one, become a man worth respecting. If you're a man worth respecting, then it's very easy to walk away from women who don't respect you. And number two, only deal with women who respect you. And this makes life so much simpler, so much sweeter, so much more beautiful. If you understood how women treat men that they respect, you would never argue with a woman again. You would never go for a woman who does not respect you again. The reason you're trying to impose your standards,
You thought it was really addiction.
Yeah. Things rich people.
Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And you want to know why?
why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space.
Everybody is tired of you crying victim. You sit up there and act like he's the most horrible thing on the planet, but yet you still go back. You still there. But then on top of that, you're the one that's doing stuff. You're the one belittling him. You're the one on social media sending subliminals. You're the one pointing the finger at him, acting like he's the whole focus of your issues. But in reality, your ass is dysfunctional. You done been through stuff as a kid that you don't want to deal with. Stuff that happened with you from previous partners, and you fail to see that some of the same things that you were doing in that connection, you're still doing in this connection, which is why you keep on experiencing the same things out of that man, which you are from this man. Girl, you are the problem. You have to learn how to get that stuff up out of your system. You got to go to therapy. You got to journal. You got to do whatever you need to do or see whoever you need to see to fix the stuff that's going on inside of you, or else you will never be able to keep a good man.
Don't use that language with your wives. And don't you stand up toe to toe cussing your husband like some cheap sailor in the street. Somebody gotta take low sometime. And when I would rail, my wife take low. She was smart. She knew when a man is taking a solo. go, baby. It's your thing. She played a supporting role by just being quiet. Let the food blow. And after I huffed and I puffed and couldn't blow nothing down, later she would come around and say, now, such and such and so and so. And more than likely she was right, I was wrong. And that's why my children never heard no argument, because there wasn't none. They never heard me cuss their mother, because it didn't happen. Now, I'm no perfect man, but I damn near got a perfect wife. And I wish all of you would be as lucky as I to have a woman like Sister Farrakhan. She's an unusual jewel. And you all should appreciate her in your midst. She don't give nobody no trouble. Sweet all the time. When I see Allah, I'm gonna ask him, how do you grade her? He'll probably tell me A+. That's a good woman. And I say this to you, brothers and sisters. She helped me not to get time out. Because there were times when I was crazy. And she said, I'm not going to let that fool go there. So I didn't ever have to go before the captain and take them 90 days. Help your husband not go there. When you see him stressed, don't give him word for word. Somebody take low. You see it in music. The trumpet got the solo. You just play a little accompanying role. Just keep the beat. You know what I mean? Your turn will come when he calms down. But when he's up in heat, don't argue. Because then, if he's up, his decibels is way up in the ceiling, then you try to match him. You up in the ceiling too. Imagine what effect this is having on the children. They looking back and forth like it's a tennis match. Children frightened, insecure. They are hurt to see you all going at each other like that. And they lose respect for both of you. But they can't say it just yet. But they remember these things like you remember your parents. Do you hear me? Do you really mean it? Don't use that language with your wives.
Your life is going to change.
Good men are hard to find. I totally agree with you. Good men are hard to find because good men aren't looking for you. Good men are hard to find because good men are busy working, climbing corporate ladders, chasing success, building businesses, building themselves and their future. Good men are hard to find because good men don't do nightclubs, strip joints, on dating apps, on Instagram, liking women pictures sliding in their DMs. Good men don't find their women that way. Low value men do. Good men are just like good women. They are very selective in their personal search. They're not turned on by women with big butts, big tits, and who have the intelligence of a rock. Instagram models do not impress them. They have outgrown that phase of their life. If you are not receiving the love and respect, you don't know love. You think you know love. You know conditional love. You know egotistical love. You know heartache. You know pain. You know disappointment. You know endings. But you don't know love. Love is patient and kind. Love is truth and honest. Love is dependable and reliable. Love respects you. Love is finding a will and making a way. Love is never ending and forever growing. Love feels good. You don't know love. You think you know love. How do you know love when you have never ever really been loved? Abuse is not love. Betrayal is not love. Inconsistency is not love. Abandonment is not love. Sex is not love. I repeat, you don't know love. Stop letting that man steal your joy, peace, and happiness. Especially if he's a man that's not fully committed to you. He didn't call, go to sleep. He didn't message you today, put your phone down and enjoy your day. You gotta stop pouring into cups. If you're not receiving receiving the love and respect that you truly deserve, my advice to you would be check your price tag. It's a possibility that you've marked yourself way down. You determine your worth by what you allow, what you accept, and what you tolerate. Therefore, get off the clearance rack and get behind the glass case where the valuables are being kept. Bottom line, activate your self-love and value yourself more. Remember, he treats you how you treat yourself. And that is today's Love Note. Have a great night, Net Nation. That leaves your cup empty. You gotta stop pouring into cups.
No.
If you are single and searching for a meaningful relationship, a real relationship, do not sleep with a man too soon. Regardless of how much you may like him, how much chemistry you may have with him, sex do not create bonds. Sex do not create meaningful relationships. Men do not bond with you through sex. Men bond with you by spending quality time with you, doing special things with you, creating memories with you, sacrificing and investing in you. When you sleep with a man too soon, he loses lots of respect for you. Low-key, he's very disappointed in you because in his mind, you sleep with all men too soon. He will quickly...
Excuse me. What's up? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I can talk to you real quick. What's your name? What's up, bro? I'm E, man. Nice to meet you too. Where you from? Like up north? I ain't never been to Detroit before. Where with me? Yeah. I'm a sophomore. Where you at? For real? How old are you? Awesome. I was gonna say 22, but I ain't wanna get you in.
No need to be impressed by the way a man treats you in the beginning. That's not who he is. You want to see who he becomes when the connection gets real, when the sex get old, when things get challenging, when compromise and communication becomes intense and hard to find common ground. You want to see how he behaves when he's frustrated, aggravated, angry, challenged. That's who he really is. That's the man you're in a relationship with. The man he showed you in the beginning is just a dressed up character putting on his best performance. I repeat, no need to be impressed by the way a man treats you in the beginning. Oftentimes, that's not who he really is. It's an act. Let's go, Net Nation. These my days are choose wisely. And remember, I told you. No need to be impressed. When your man cheats on you, that is a personal decision. Therefore, stop blaming the woman and blame the man. If she is texting your man, clearly your man gave her his number to text him. If she is calling your man, trust me, your man made the first call. If she is hanging out with your man, you do know your man told her where to find him. If she is claiming your man made it very clear that he is single and ready to mingle. I repeat, stop blaming the woman and blame your man. Any conversation, interaction, visitation that is happening most likely is being initiated by your man. She can only do what your man allows her to do. That woman owes you nothing, and your man owes you everything. Stop trying to shift the blame on that woman because you're in love with a man who don't love you back. It's your man's job to respect you at all times, in your face and behind your back, which means if he cares for you and values what you all got going on, he will never put you in a position to look. When a man doesn't want to change, he will find a woman who is okay with his bad habits and his lifestyle, so he doesn't have to grow up or man up. That's why he would destroy a relationship with a real woman who set boundaries, who has standards, who stands firmly on her beliefs. Therefore, no need to think you're not enough. It's just that you're too much and he can't handle it. So instead of him leveling up and becoming the man that you need him to be, he will leave you and run to a weak woman who doesn't know her self-worth, who he can outsmart, who is willing to accept the bare minimum that he is offering, because he knows that she is happy with just having a piece of a man rather than a real man. I repeat, a man that doesn't want to grow up will choose a weak woman over a real woman. I wanted to come on again and talk about the post, How a man sees you is exactly how he views you, okay? Now,
or you ask her what her 5-year plan is and she doesn't have one, let her go. Waste of time. Number 2, if she's extremely cocky and arrogant in her independence, or she's constantly tearing down other women, big character flaw. Internally happy people don't tear down other people. And if she's not internally happy, chances are she's going to depend on you to make her happy. It's going to fail. Number 3, if she is argumentative or disrespectful to you at any point, let her go, because you can't respect somebody. And a woman who truly respects you will demonstrate a little bit of emotional control, and she will not disrespect you if she really cares about you. 4, and I might get some backlash for this, but that's okay. If she has an extreme amount of male friends, red flag, I don't even gonna go into it. No. 1 or 2, okay, cool. But a large amount of male friends, men always around, she's too attention seeking. 5, if she's a woman that has ever abandoned you because of a disagreement, or if she runs away every time you guys fight, chances are she's probably going to run and go get attention from someone else because she can't handle not having that attention.
Ladies, we are the most contradicting species in the world. I'm gonna just call it how I see it. We definitely fucked up in the head. Cause we get mad, man. I'm talking about our whole world comes to an end when we find out a nigga cheating on us. But the whole time, we cheating too. Matter of fact, we cheated first. So really, the nigga don't even know he cheating back. See, the difference is we know how to do it and don't get caught. Now listen, it's completely natural for women to go through their man's phone. That's how 90% of y'all niggas get caught. It's not natural for a man to go through his woman's phone. That's why we could be laying right next to you texting another nigga. As long as we lean over every 30 seconds and give you a little one, you'll never suspect anything. Ladies, we get so upset because we're natural competitors. We think whoever this nigga cheating on us with, he may somehow leave us for them. Which is not the case most of the time because niggas don't catch feelings like we do. But ladies, we think that way because we're doing the same thing. Every time you get mad at your boyfriend, you planning out the rest of your future with the nigga you cheating with, huh? You fantasizing about living with him, what the kids gonna look like. You walk around the house fake pregnant bomb, talking to yourself.
This is my definition of love. Love is not what you can give. It's about what you can take. Our mothers took a lot. It ain't about what you can give. It's about what you can take.
You're saying how much you endure?
Don't y'all put nothing on it but what I said. You figure it out. Because each person has to define love according to their life experiences. Not what I'm saying. Men are incapable.
In the Bible, it says, let me get preachy on you guys. Proverbs 21:19 says, it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Basically, it's better to be homeless. You'll have more peace homeless on the side of the road than in the house with a woman who don't respect you, fighting with you and, not respecting your space. That's very bad, it's very stressful, and that stress will ultimately kill you if you're not careful. Not if you're not careful, stress will kill you. When you're stressed out, blood pressure high, which fucks with your heart, fucks with your kidneys, it fucks with your digestive system, causes indigestion, which in turn causes heartburn. And the more you get of that, it causes inflammation of the stomach and all type of inflammation. Stress is bad. And when a woman is stressing you out, that shit is literally killing you. You might as well smoke cigarettes. In order for a woman to love you, to submit to you, she has to respect you. Women are not going to be submissive to a man she does not respect. Women can't love you unless she respects you first. With women, respect comes first and then love. You have to establish the respect, and you have to establish that shit very, very, at the gate, you have to establish your respect. And it starts small. It starts small, like showing up to a date late, getting an elevated tone, calling you out your name. That's where it starts. And if you don't fix it, it's going to grow. When a woman loses that respect for you, it's a wrap, because it gets worse.
Two fakest people in the world gonna always be a liar and people that can't take accountability for their actions. Them always gonna be the two fakest people. A liar and those who ain't really standing on what they done did. Since everybody's standing on business, I feel like everybody should be able to own up to they take accountability. All of us got our flaws, but the realest ones gonna own up to they and try to better themselves, right their wrongs. We all make mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect. But it's the lack of accountability, man, that make you fake. Man, you know what it is. Why be fake about it? Why lie? What you scared of? I can't stand no liar, and I don't like people that lack accountability. We can't vibe, we can't rock, because I'm everything you ain't. Before I lie, I ain't gonna say nothing at all. If I gotta lie, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. If I'm lacking in certain areas, or I done made some poor choices or poor decisions, or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna take accountability for that. Because that's how I grow. That's really standing on business. Everybody be talking about they standing on business, man, and they don't be standing on, they be faking. Stop playing. Man up, woman up, stop lying. Be real. How you real and you lying? How you real and you ain't owning up to it? You ain't standing up to it like a big dog. How you real? If you really about your business and you really standing on business.
Alright, this is for my fellas, the kings though. If your woman is not making you feel wanted and desired, appreciated, uplifted, and sexy, because you sexy too, don't forget that. If she's not reminding you of that, boy, cut that bitch off. It's a whole queen out here waiting to treat you.
A lot of women don't accept the reality that men take respect over love. Absolutely. Any day. Any day. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Respect me before you love me. And then women position themselves where it's like, well, I'll take safety over love. So as long as I feel safe with you, I don't have to be in love with you. Because I'll marry the man that I respect before I marry the man that I'm in love with.
There's a reason why people...
We gotta know that I'm serious when I say this. If you cannot reciprocate, you cannot participate. And I say that in every area of my life. I'm talking friendship, familyship, churchship, jobship, situationship. I don't care what we got going on. Don't ask me to do nothing for you that you're not willing to do for me. Don't ask me to give nothing to you that you know that I can't ask you for. That's the season that I'm in. I'm not pouring into no cup that's not pouring back into me. Y'all get offended by people saying that. Y'all get upset by people saying that. Oh, it's better to give than to receive. And why would you say that? Yeah, anything that you do in life, you gotta do it with boundaries. And I'm not giving away nothing that I need. And right now, I need everything that I got. Hello, somebody, what you say, coach? Right now, I need everything that I got. I ain't got it, I ain't got it, I ain't got it. What, N-O? Hello, no. That's what it is, that's what it's gonna be all 2024. N-O, that's no. I ain't got it to give. Hello, somebody, I want somebody to keep giving, doing, and then you sit back, take. You ain't gonna keep taking from me.
Go for a walk. I'm locked in. It's all kind of men that get at me. When I'm locked in, I don't open a DM. I wish the fuck you would make mine feel lesser than. I'll push your shit back, bitch. I'm not playing with you. I don't want no man feeling comfortable. When I'm tucked away, I'm tucked away. So if you're allowing other men to feel comfortable with disrespecting your man, you the problem. It's you.
And it's by way of you. Yeah, I just wanted to say I thought the challenge was incredible, and actually...
You could take a bitch to the mall every day. As soon as you get locked up, a bitch can't answer not once. Or she pick up the phone once a week. Get into a tragic accident. Come happen to you, now you can't even walk. You need her to take care of you. You need her to sit by your bed while you in a coma. Shit get bad, motherfuckers ain't gonna stay. You gotta choose who you pick wisely. Or you fucking with a man. He come to you with nothing. Bottom of the barrel. Scum. You bet this man a barbershop. You bet him a couple properties. Now he a made man. He lit. Let you go to jail. You think he finna wait for you? They can't wait like we can wait. I know it ain't happening. Shit. Is he gonna try to be a CO for you? No. The fuck? Let you get into a bad situation. You got cancer or something. Is he gonna take you to your chemotherapy? Is he gonna help you out? Man, choose your partner wisely. This shit get bad. Make sure you got the right motherfucker. You could take a bitch to the mall every day. As soon as you get locked up, a bitch can't answer not once. Or she pick up the phone once a week. Get into a tragic accident.
Sis, can I tell you the truth? A man doesn't care if you love him. He only cares if you respect him. He doesn't care if you have money and do things for him. If when you talk to him like he's a child, or you talk to him with a tone that equals disrespect to him. See, women need love. Men need respect and honor. So So I don't care how much you do, how much you sex him, how much you give him. If you got a slick mouth and don't know how to talk to him, oh, he'll go find somebody who is not as cute as you, that won't do as much for him, but respects him. Learn how to control that mouth, sis. That mouth do, or what that mouth do matters, and it only matters if it's respectful. Remember that today, and carry on.
When a woman come in my life, I tell her, I don't want you to hold me down, I want you to lift me up, man. Because life has beat me down enough. When I step outside of my doors, I'm faced with so much adversity. I'm faced with niggas hate. I'm faced with police profiling. I'm faced with racism. I'm faced with so much on a daily basis. When I come home and I need my woman to lift me up, I want her to pour into me positive words of affirmation. I want her to pour life into me. Give me peace. Give me that respect. Give me that space I need. Because I might need 5 minutes to just woosah. Because the world is draining. And a lot of women don't understand that. They don't sympathize with men. But I'm just trying to let y'all ladies know right now. I'm going to ask y'all nicely, man. Take it easy on your man. He's going through a lot. He got to compete with other men just to keep your attention. Because you're watching what everybody else is doing on Instagram. You're watching what's going on with your homegirl. And you comparing your relationship to that. You judging what he's doing based on what that other man is doing for his girl. You might not be saying it to him, but that's what you're thinking. And he knows that. I'm not taking it easy on you niggas. Some of you niggas are bums and y'all niggas need to step y'all shit up. But we not talking about you niggas. We talking about the niggas that's actually trying. But life is, you know, they say life is life. Just to make it back home safe and sound is a blessing. And a lot of these women don't understand that. They don't know the cross that we carry. Little bit louder.
But you also have to realize that when you do have a good man, you have to treat him well. Are you doing what you're supposed to do for him? Are you being that safe space for him? No, you do not have to be his peace. But this is the thing about peace, y'all. You have to create that within yourself. If you can create that within yourself, then you can have to be that for him. You have to bring another level and another layer of peace to that man's life, or else he's going to be gone quick. And also, you have to make sure that you're doing things out of maturity and not out of your feelings. The more you do things out of your feelings, the more you drive that man away. The more you deal with your childhood issues and the stuff that happened in your adolescent years, the better that you're going to be, for not only for yourself but him as well. And you have to realize when that man brings up something to you, you have to listen to him. He's not bashing you. Just because he may say something in a certain tone doesn't mean he's bashing you. He's frustrated because he's already concerned. And he's probably already brought it to the table and brought it to your attention, but yet you're not paying him any attention. Don't be mad when he goes to Lucy-Lou and Fucky-Foo over you because you don't listen to him. Sometimes when he says something, all he needs you to do is shut the fuck up.
I don't argue with people no more, man. I don't argue with nobody, bro. I just don't. And let me tell you something. The reason why I don't argue with people, you ever been in an argument with somebody and it is clear cut and dry that they are wrong, they are incorrect, and the thing that they said to you, they shouldn't have said, the thing that they did, they shouldn't have done, and they owe you an apology at the end of the day.
Let's go.
But they flip it and reverse it and bring up some old stuff you did, and now all of a sudden this whole big scenario you got going on is your fault.
Some old shit. Yeah.
They have clearly done you wrong, clearly did wrong, clearly made you feel a certain way based off their actions, irrefutably wrong in this situation, and they flip it on you to make you feel bad and make you feel like it's your fault. An argument at the end of the day is supposed to be progressive.
Right.
We're supposed to have a dialogue. What happened? Why did it happen? How can we avoid it happening?
Exactly.
Again? And if an apology needs to be said, it is said and done right then and there. People are too ignorant to see things from other people's perspective, and that is the downfall of relationships, is that people lack basic communication skills. That's why I don't argue with people no more, bro. Their perspectives are too jaded, and they're too ignorant and full of themselves to understand that they could be wrong, they might be wrong. They need to have a dialogue to understand what the problem actually is.
Exactly.
And then they need to have a solution, because an argument without a solution is a pointless conversation.
Come on.
I don't argue with people no more.
This is for my couples, whether you are in a relationship or you are married. If you don't like for your partner to express your wrongdoings or be able to highlight your faults, this is a conversation for you. Now, if you don't know that you do this, here are some signs that you make. If your partner tries to point out your faults, your mistakes, your shortcomings, or your wrongdoings, and you become anxious or defensive or upset, that's a sign. If you become dismissive or you try to minimize the significance of the issue, that's another sign. When they acknowledge your wrongs and you become angry or you express any types of frustration, or if you try to shift the blame to avoid responsibility, to absolve you of responsibility, then yes, that's another sign. Now, most times we're doing this because our ego is in a driver's seat. I won't get too much into that, but most times this is what we're doing because our ego is trying to protect ourselves for whatever perceived threat that there is. And sometimes these threats are just imaginary. Sometimes they're not even real. Your ego is not necessarily a bad thing. It's only bad when you have it in situations where you need to maintain a connection. So if your partner's expressing something to you, maybe they're highlighting something that you did to offend them, whether it was intentional or not, you should be able to receive that and maintain a connection as you're communicating through that process. If you cannot, this is a problem. Why do you do all of these things? A number of reasons. If you have to acknowledge your wrongdoings, then it makes you feel vulnerable. And your ego doesn't like to feel vulnerable. And this right here triggers that discomfort and that anxiety that's within you, and that presents itself. You could fear that they're judging you and you may not take well to criticism. And if this happens, your ego is definitely in protection.
We always talk about how to leave someone and how to let go. But what about how to hold on even when it's hard? Y'all not gonna like this, but it's not meant for you to leave everybody. It's not normal to walk away from everything, especially when some things took so much time. But even more so than time, when some things took so much love. That's why when some of y'all ask me, well, should I leave? Should I walk away? I don't give you an instant answer. I tell you to go pray. Some people are destined in your future. Like, leaving them may seem like the answer right now because it sustains your happiness right now. But we all meant to love somebody. We're all meant to have somebody. So that means that everybody is not meant to walk away from. Sometimes you gotta pray a little bit longer. Sometimes you actually have to change. Sometimes your partner is flawed just like you. God don't leave us because we're flawed. God doesn't just give up on us when we make mistakes. Understand that your person is human. Understand that they're gonna fall short. You may fall short in another aspect, but leaving isn't always the answer.
Let me tell you something. When you are up in age, the right kind of relationship can make you useful again. And it is bad relationships that age you, mess you up, sister. You grow old before your time, and you actually think nobody cares about you, and then you just eat, get fat, and sit around, get nosy, looking into everybody's business. That's a miserable woman. And you don't have to be that way. I'm telling you, marriage in Islam should be a wonderful experience. And that doesn't mean it's not going to have its ups and downs. But I don't think any of you that get married should divorce within the first year, or the second year, or the third year. Take them 3 years to even find out what you're into. And if you can hang in there for 3 years, usually you can make it. But if them first 3, they're rough.
Would shut the fuck up sometimes, and it would be man. And he pauses, count to 30, and he'll likely keep going. If you interrupt him, you're actually emasculating him. You'll never hear what he truly has to say. And I was like, oh, I started practicing it, and I would just shut the fuck up sometimes, and it would be like, whoa, the things that like men would share with me, and I was like, have I been missing out on listening, like really hearing men my entire life? Amazing thing, which is like, as women, like we have this joy of just chatting, and it's like, oh, it's so fulfilling and it's so fun, and there's like a good kind of drama in it. But a man often will want to tell you the truth, and so he takes his time so that he tells you what is very real to him.
Way to find out y'all don't deal with women and how they nag because y'all like men, but it is exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting dealing with a woman who's highly neurotic, highly disagreeable. Everything bothers her. Nothing is ever good enough. She has a problem with every minuscule thing that pops up, and then she just exaggerates problems and issues to the point to where the only thing you want to do is get away from her. And that's a very real thing that a lot of men experience. I've dealt with it, and as I said, it's not intuitive when you deal with a woman after you dealt with a woman like that and you move on to another woman. It's just heuristics. You already know. I've seen this before. I've seen this story before. This woman is going to be a headache, and that's essentially what we try to get away from. These women are migraines, and they created a lot of issues over the simplest things. You can't even communicate effectively with them because they're not willing to listen, they're not willing to understand, and they don't see the flaws in the things that they do wrong, especially when it comes to how they project. Y'all don't deal with women and...
Hey, one thing that I learned for sure about men is they do not judge women the way women judge women. It's like soon as y'all get wind that a man is dealing with a certain type of woman, or he may have even cheated on you with a certain type of woman, it's like y'all instantly start attacking that woman's looks. The first thing y'all want to do is talk about the way she look. You want to figure out where she works, how much she make an hour, what kind of car she drives. You want to know where she stay. It's like y'all instantly get insecure in your mind that you begin comparing yourself to a woman that you don't even know. It never dawns on y'all that, man, maybe she's nice, maybe she's a kind-hearted woman, maybe she's genuine, maybe she's a great mom, maybe she listens, maybe she's not always angry, maybe she's teachable, maybe she's feminine, maybe she's a soft woman. None of that never clicks to y'all. The first thing y'all want to go is at things that do not matter, because a lot of women who got their shit together, y'all instantly start thinking that that's the only thing you got to bring to the table, and it creates this cockiness about y'all, and it makes y'all have ugly spirits. Y'all work so hard on y'all outside, and y'all work so hard on trying to get these credentials to cover up what really hides in the inside. A man has no problem cheating on an RN with a woman who works at a convenience store because she probably has a better character about herself, better characteristics. She's probably loyal. She's probably just a kind-spirited, soft woman all the way around. He has no problem with picking that woman up. She probably just needs an extra push. She probably just needs an extra hand at life to put her at that top spot. A man has no problem dating a woman down. So when y'all get done assuming that a man downgraded just because a woman may not be physically attractive the way you think, or may not have certain things that you think she should have over you, understand it's not always a downgrade. That woman probably is that man's peace. That woman probably is a kind woman. And then when y'all get done comparing how much somebody makes, no meal beats no meal, baby. Don't nobody care about how much money y'all make and what y'all look like. Work on that inside. A lot of y'all ladies want...
Well, baby, when he was telling you that you were hurting his feelings, when he was telling you that you were being neglectful, when he was telling you that you were being dismissive, when he was telling you you were being disrespectful, when he was telling you that he felt unloved and unwanted, number one, you belittled his feelings. Number two, you just brushed them off. And number three, when he made the decision to let go of a relationship and a person that he loves dearly, you did all this apologizing, you told him you understood, you wanted to do better, and then you did all that stuff all over again. And you added one more thing to that list. You broke your word. And now you're wondering why he's gone. So I don't understand why you believe that he's being unreasonable. And you're proving just what he means by belittling his feelings. Because by saying that you don't understand why he's gone, you're saying that it doesn't make any sense that he's gone, or he shouldn't have left you for all of the reasons that he's upset about. Baby, that man was good to you. He stepped up to the plate, and he helped you take care of kids he didn't create. And you said from your own mouth he was a man who treated you like a woman should be treated. Yet you're acting like you don't appreciate that. That's just the way I see it right now. That's how I see it. And it seems like he's always known what he's worth and the type of woman that he deserves. And plain and simple, that's why he left.
Lady.
Talk to black men like you talk to your white boss. And that's all we need from you. Talk to us. Listen. Process. Listen to what I'm saying. Black women know how to check all of that when their job is on the line. Talk to us like we're your white boss, and we got no more problems. Here's my retort to this whole conversation. Approach me like you have to approach a white man you were trying to marry. Then we got no more problems. Step to me like you step to a white man who's paying your paycheck. Treat me like we treat the white man, and we got no more issues. Talk to black men like you talk to your white boss.
So let me get this straight.
you're married to him, right? You guys are actually married. You guys are in a committed connection. You guys are only with each other. But yet when he wants it, you don't want to give it to him. But then when you want it, you convince him to lay down with you, right? But then all this time passes in between, and so what happens is you're teaching him to no longer desire you. You're teaching him to no longer want you. And then when he doesn't come towards you, then you're like, oh, well, is he cheating? Something's wrong. But when he does come towards you, then you deny him. So what is it that you want him to do? Because at the end of the day, if you signed up to be the sole provider of this man and you are expecting him to only be with you, then why aren't you providing that one thing that only you can provide, that you signed up to provide? Out of here.
I feel like in order to love a man or anyone properly, respecting them first is important. And I say this because I dealt with men I didn't respect, and because of this, I loved them differently. I was an immature, disrespectful type of woman, and I didn't care to change any of these things. Now, as this immature woman, when I found a man I respected, I found ways to mature because I knew he didn't tolerate this type of behavior. I was disrespectful during arguments or talking shit on social media, and I had to learn how to use a better choice of words and communicate my issues with him instead of going to social media. And I had to reassure him even after arguments that I still had the desire to care for him in every area. Or even if we had problems outside of home, could I offer him solutions? So, mind you, when I just loved, I didn't do these type of things or make the necessary adjustments. And not only that, I didn't know what I could offer a man until I respected one.
Do not be out here stressing over someone who does not even show you appreciation. You don't feel loved, valued, desired, uplifted, supported. You can't remember the last time that you got a back rub without asking. Baby, listen, if you're a king, you need a queen. You can't be way up here vibrating as a king and have a low vibrational woman. It doesn't work like that. You're going to get drained completely, and you're going to be ending up getting brought down to this level right here because she took everything from you and you got nothing back. You need a woman who's going to pour into you the same way you're pouring into her. You need a woman who's going to motivate you to continue doing for her, because y'all do for us anyway. Every day y'all wake up with us in mind. It should never be like pulling teeth. To feel appreciated, to feel wanted. You sexy too. I'm gonna say it again, baby. You sexy too now. You need to be reminded of that.
Rule number 1, never talk about your man to another man. In fact, never talk about your man to your homegirls, especially your city girl homegirls, or your parents, especially your mama. So I'm gonna say this. A lot of you think that you have male friends and that these male friends are here to listen to you and you can trust them. Most of these men who you think are your male friends are sitting in position, waiting for you to get vulnerable enough or stupid enough to vent, and then they're going to conquer the coochie cat, and now your value is down. And then let me tell you another thing. You think venting to your city girl homegirls, I'm going to tell you there's 2 positions that those type of friends are going to play. Number 1, she's going to wait for you to fall back because then she's going to sleep with your man. Number 2, she's going to convince you to leave that relationship so you can be a city girl too, because misery loves company. Now, I ain't saying nothing's wrong with the city girls. That's a movement. I support it. However, a lot of you think that you have a circle of friends that you actually do not have. A lot of you think that you have a lot of people that are extremely loyal to you that are around you, but you really do not have that. There are a lot of people that are sitting right next to you right now that you believe have some loyalty and you can trust in, but those people are secretly in competition with you and they want what you have. You really have to sit back and start evaluating the people that you have around you in your circle.
How is it that when you had him, you didn't want to treat him good? You didn't want to spend time with him. You didn't appreciate what he brought to the table. You didn't appreciate the things that he did for you. You didn't appreciate how he encouraged you and how he supported you. But now that he's with somebody else, you done lost your whole entire breath. Get the fuck out of here.
Get cut out quick. Talk to a man any kind of way. Cussing at him, insults, whether it's targeted at his ego or his manhood. Talking to him like he a child. You can't do that. Because if they ain't gonna let nobody out there in the streets talk to them like that, what make you think you can talk to them like that? Well, if he was a real man, if he was a good man, he wouldn't have me acting like that. No, you acting like that because you think as a woman you can do that. But a real man gonna show you quick. He ain't the one to play with.
Let's go!
You wanna get cut off?
Women are more sneaky. Women are more conniving than men because men are creatures of habit, so we can't really be sneaky. It's too easy to detect what a man does because he's a creature in his pattern of behavior. Women are more snake-like. They play like they ain't whole, but they are hoes. They play like they don't want to be whole, but they got a whole nature. Most women try to suppress the whole nature and sneak and do it. The man can't suppress his nature. That's why when some fine walk by, as hard as he try not to look, he got to. He can't suppress his nature. So most women worry about a nigga with what he doing with his dick, but they're not worried about being better women. They're going through his phone, but they're not researching no goals. They don't have any aspiration other than where you been, what you doing. Well, why ain't no pictures hung up on the wall? Why you ain't done nothing in the house? Why you ain't advanced our lives? Why you so worried? So that's the biggest problem that people have in relationship. Worrying about dick and pussy. We never create no business concepts. We be in relationship 5-6 years and never write down one business plan, but we going through each other's social media platform. And that's a lot to do.
I can get every last one of you pregnant tonight. Me, by myself. Yes. Now let's flip it the other way, right? If it was all men here and it was just you as a woman, how many times could you get pregnant?
A singular time.
One time. The biology shows us that the woman gets pregnant one time by one man and then has to stick with that for 9 months. So if you and I go off and we both want to be 304s, I can impregnate half of Miami, but you just have to wait 9 months. You're pregnant by that one guy. You are designed to be dominated by one man. You are soil for one man, but a man is designed to spread his seed. Furthermore, you can only be soil up until you're about your mid-30s. And I can continue to sling this high-quality seed to the day I die. You can get every...
To communicate. That's not it. The problem is when he starts talking to you about the issues that he's having in the relationship, he's watching your body language, your facial expressions. And he can almost tell when you're going to explode. You see, he wants you to know that he's coming from a place of love when he wants to communicate his issues with you. But if you see it as a form of attack, instead of a man trying to get to the root of the issue and to be a part of the solution, you're going to continue to react in a negative way, which is going to make him shut down even more. And then sometimes you want him to hear your issues with him, but you don't want him to take it personal, do you? Listen, he craves to be able to talk to you and not have it explode into this big thing, right? Because just like you, he wants to get to the root of the problem and solve it. But he needs to know he can talk to you without you going off or feel like he's attacking you, because that's not what he wants to do. Just think about it. Be with him.
5 ways women lose a good man and how you can avoid it. Let's get into it, ladies. Number 1, taking them for granted. A man been so good to you for so long, you no longer see the value in him and what he does for you. Number 2, not communicating well or effectively, like expecting a man to read your mind and getting mad when he can't. Number 3, being dismissive about how your behavior makes him feel, or becoming overly defensive when you're being held accountable for your actions. Rumor has it that women struggle with accountability. Number 4, being self-consumed and unwilling to compromise. Being so hyper-focused on your laundry list of needs, desires, wants, that you neglect his needs in the process. Remember, a relationship is not just about you or one person getting their needs met. And number 5, allowing your unaddressed trauma, your insecurity, make it hard for that man to enjoy his life and pursue his purpose in peace, becoming insufferable.
When a man is dating, he's paying attention to everything. You want to be pursued. You want a man to pour into your cup. You want a man to invest in you financially. You want him to invest his time into you, all of his resources, all of that stuff. But what are you investing into him? Men are going to pay attention to that. What do you do to fill my cup? If I am filling your cup, what are you doing to fill my cup? I have to invest all of this into you, but society has conditioned you to the belief that you don't have to put anything into me.
Not trying to control you. He's trying to protect you. He's a man who said he cares about you, and he cares about what happens to you. And a man that's about his word, that means more than just somebody else trying to do something to harm you. That means when you try to harm yourself. You know, when you're out there making yourself look bad. And what you were doing qualified as exactly that. Any real man of character would have stepped to you, just like he did. He wasn't disrespectful. He just let you know how he felt about it. Now you need to make up your mind what you want. Because if what you really want is to be recorded, pissy drunk, on the internet, and you want a man who doesn't care, who won't say anything, then you let him know that. But I tell you this,
If you ever do something like that again and end up with a man who doesn't say anything about it, and you think it's because he's not trying to control you, that's not it. That's a man who doesn't care enough to step to you about it. You don't have to take it from me. Just think about it. I love you. Be well.
Let me ask you a question. Why is it that your woman's intuition only seems to work when you think he's cheating, or you think he's messing with somebody else, or he's moving foul, or he's entertaining somebody else? It works 100% of the time then, but when it comes to seeing that he's unhappy, that he needs something from you, that his needs aren't being met, that he can't be vulnerable with you because you're not a safe space emotionally, like everything that will be beneficial to him, you can't seem to see that, or your intuition doesn't kick in. Then the problem is you using your woman's intuition in a positive way to help your man in this relationship means that you have to take accountability for what you're not doing on your end, which is why he can't give you what it is you're saying you need from him emotionally. Does he want to give you that? Yes, absolutely. Can he trust you to give you that? No, because you only see what you want to see. You look at that man and you can see everything he's doing wrong, but you can't look at him and see into him to see that he's not getting what he needs from you and he's unhappy. I want you to fix that, because what's going to happen is you're going to let your woman's intuition, your spidey senses, your gut feeling, whatever it is, you're going to allow that insecurity to push your relationship to a place of no return. And then he's going to walk out, he's going to heal, and he's going to end up being with a woman who gives him exactly what it is he was looking for, because he understands by dating you exactly what it is he does not want from the next woman. So low-key, you're actually going to help him.
We are not men. That is something that y'all got to get through your heads. Y'all want to keep trying to compare and contrast and put us up against men like, well, if he can do it, we can do it. No, we cannot. This is not our game to play. If a man is not doing right by you, why can't you just have enough strength and enough power to move on gracefully? Why do you feel like you got to use your body as a lick back? Why do you feel like, well, I'm going to go fuck his friend, I'm going to go fuck his cousin, I'm going to make him feel how he made me feel? He don't care. Men do not look at sex the way women look at sex. Men look at sex as sports, something to do. They don't care. So you gonna wear your body down trying to get all your lick backs. Wear your body down trying to make yourself a product to be sold because you feel like you don't want to lose in the game, when all you gotta do is just hold yourself tight and wait for that right man to come find you. All you gotta do is just stand on your core values as a woman and your standards, and the right man will find you. But y'all out here playing a game with the not shit niggas, and all it's doing is making y'all look like not shit women. How you gonna find a man that's of value when you out here devaluing yourself to try to play get back with men that you claim ain't shit? Just let the man that ain't shit not be shit. That should not make you a not shit woman. There is nothing a man can do on this earth to make me be like, you know what? Fuck all these niggas. I'm about to go fuck who I want, do what I want, sell my body, get this, get that, do this, do that. What? No. Y'all have to understand this is not our game to play. You can play like that if you want to, and when you finally decide to sit down and rest your thoughts as a mature, grown woman, you are going to be so disappointed at the way you played this game. The best way to play a game with these men is to simply move on gracefully. That's it. That's the only way to win.
Understand why y'all be moving through life so grimy? Like, all that ain't gonna catch up to you at some point. Like, you're not gonna have to answer at some point. Karma is real, and you don't know when it's gonna get you. You don't know. People be feeling so good in that moment, like, oh, you feel so strong, you feel like you on top. But in reality, these same people that you get over on, you just don't know that pain that you putting them through, you are fueling them, and you're fueling them, you gassing them up to get ready to be just the most beautiful thing. And these people be the same people that y'all go back and beg for. And you forget that you treated them weird, that you was wrong to them, that you turned your back on them, that you was jealous of them, that you just treated them completely wrong. I just don't know nobody who went through this life treating people terrible that got away with it. I just don't know. In that moment, it feels so good. They be smiling, and then next thing you know, boom, now you need a job from that person that you was acting crazy towards. Now you need a loan. Now you need some help. Now that person that you thought was gonna treat you better, they ain't treat you better. Now you wanna come back. Learn to treat people right. And if you do people wrong, the best thing you can do is apologize and leave people with a good slate. That's it.
I don't like for men to think that because they can take care of me, they have full soul control of me.
Y'all got control over us?
But it's in a different way.
Well, how can I? Okay.
Because I got my man.
A lot of women
I guide my men.
Here she come with the bullshit, y'all. You were cool for a little bit. That goddamn masculine shit done came out. First and foremost, ma'am, I am the lead. The man is your leader. The man leads. You understand? We don't need you motherfucking leading. You gonna fucking leave us to motherfucking poverty. You gonna leave us to goddamn not paying the bills on time. You gonna lead us to goddamn your ass going to holler at Nate on the 5th because you ain't got your rent. Okay, let's be real. A lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't good with money. So it's my job to lead the household. The man leads the household, man. You're not here to lead me. You don't lead no nigga. Okay, you lead your pet. You lead your kids. You lead your toy. All that shit, yeah. A real man, you don't gotta lead me, baby. That's what I'm here for. All right, that's extremely masculine to think that you're supposed to lead me. I'm 41 years old. The hell you leading over here? You need to lead me to the bedroom and get right.
No, I never said lead. I said guide. It's just what it is.
You might be right. Guide. One that leads or directs another's way. Bullshit! At no point in time will a real man allow you to lead his household or lead his life. You're supposed to follow me. You're supposed to be protected and provided for by me. You're supposed to ride with the motherfucking punches. That's why y'all hoes be single. Y'all bitches need to put your fucking fake dicks away.
I'm fucking man. Bitch, all you bitches kept to say you don't need a man. Leaving when he building, but you need a plan. It's a miss of women in demand too. I'm nothing like that drama you put your man through. I say I cook, I clean, I fuck, I shut up. I cook, I clean, I fuck, I shut up. I cook, I clean, I fuck, I shut up. Submissive women in demand too. Ripping out the magnum, pussy ran through. That's why your baby daddy can't stand you. Keep some clothes on, leave them curious. That's why these niggas don't take you serious. What's your body count, ho? I bet you shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you told the truth, I bet he never. All that whole shit, it ain't respect. Get your shit together, yeah, perfect. When them bills like you gon' be crying to them niggas. Find you a nigga, spend time with a nigga. When you get some money outside on a nigga, fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his niggas. All you bitches kept to say you don't need a man. Leaving when he building, but you need a plan. It's a miss of women